Morning. How are you? I'm doing great. I am so happy. AJ is in town. It's November 2024. Can't remember what the date is, but it's a Monday before Thanksgiving. We're having Thanksgiving early this year with the family. Tomorrow over at Stacy's, your mom's, Kiki's house. And I'm really excited. Oh, I thought maybe that was AJ. He's working. And we're going to have stuff, but yesterday I made I'm going to say this very poorly, a picadillo con papas. And I was going to follow it up with, I'm going to make a few pinto beans, not a whole lot. Because like I said, we're going to have our Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. But pinto beans are something good that I can put back in the refrigerator and, bring it back out when I get tired of the turkey. So I used about, not quite a half a bag of the pinto beans, and this one is a 1 pound bag. So I'm going to make about a half a pound of pinto beans. And what I do with these is I cut them like this, and then to close them up, all you have to do is tie them, and then tie them up tight, and then there you go. Double tie it, not tight, but the first one you want to pull as tight as you possibly can, but the second one you don't want to pull tight because you want to make it easy to get into the next time. So we've got that, and let's see here. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, that's good. So I've put them out on the counter, and I've looked through them. So now I'm going to scrape them off into my bowl, and we're going to rinse them. Anyone that floats, you're going to want to, wonder if I can do this. I don't know, because it's just like right there. Plate from the biscuits from yesterday that I just finished off this morning. So you're going to rinse them. We got a few floaters, but even if they're halved, I still go ahead and use them. Just rinse them a couple of times. To rinse them as good as you can. You want to look for bad beans, real dark beans. Now there are dark beans in here, but they still look like good beans. And then you're just going to put them in water. And looky there. The water isn't cloudy or anything like that. They're good, clean beans, and I don't have any floaters. So, we're going to go ahead and pour this off. Okay. And we'll put them in the pot, and then you're going to put enough water on them to, well, just make sure that you have, let me turn that noise off. Just make sure that you have plenty of water to cover them. And what I've got is 2 knuckles worth. It's right up to that knuckle. So, hang on there. I'm bringing you with me for the journey. So I've got them in the pot, and I'm gonna spice them up. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's not. I'm gonna use, this is a new spice that I found recently. It does have sodium in it. In a 1/4 teaspoon, there's 350 milligrams. So it is pretty far up there, but I don't use very much of it. I don't even think I use a 1/4 teaspoon. But we're going to use cumin. Oh, and I just got this at the grocery store. It was at Food City. So it's not something that's special. I'm going to spice it up with some garlic, salt, pepper, and onion pepper, and some paprika. Did I say cumin? Of course, cumin. It's always cumin. And I'm going to add some of my favorite stuff in the whole wide world, because I don't buy bacon anymore, because I don't want that much sodium. So I get over that fact that I'm not buying it anymore by buying the grease. So there. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be. What more can I say? I won't listen if you get mad at me. So it's just useless. So, oh look! Did you see I even have the door open today? Nice, huh? Well, let's see. I started to take a big whole chunk, but then I remembered I usually make the whole pound. So I'm just going to do, oh, what is that? Maybe 1/3 of a teaspoon. So it's starting to boil. And what's going to happen is it's going to take about an hour and a half or so, and then it should be ready to eat. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this cook down to where the it thickens up. It's not soupy, so it'll thicken up, and then I'm going to take them and mash them and make refried beans with them. I haven't done that before. I haven't done that. Okay. So, let me explain by saying that my parents lived in the same house for the whole time. I mean, all of us kids were grown and gone before they even got rid of that house. And I think it was in the early 90s when they finally sold the house. They bought it in 56, so they owned it for, what, about 40 years. It was paid for, free and clear. Really nice. But there were several families in the neighborhood who we all grew up together, and they stayed for quite a while. The Fries, the Catons, and the Montezes. So and the Campbells. So we had the Montezes next door, and their kids were close to my age, so I played with them. There was Paul and Conrad and Phyllis. Monica. Yeah, Monica. Phyllis was Caton that lived across the street with Vicky. Vicky was kind of my age. And then there was a Kathy Walsh, and they lived there for quite a while, but not as long as the Montezes, the Catons, and the Coopers. So anyway, since I was running around with their kids, I was invited a lot of times. What was it called? There used to be fiestas in Rosedale, in the Kansas City, Kansas area. Rosedale district, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. And they invited me to go. Okay, so it's boiling now, and it's been boiling for a little bit, which you want them to do, but you don't want them to do that for very long. So I'm going to turn this down to about, like I said, my stove, the highest temperature is 10. It's an electric stove. So the highest temperature is 10, so that would be high. So I'm going to turn it down to a medium low, so about a 3, and let it cool down for a little bit. And then I will put the lid on and let them go for a while. I'm not going to spice it just yet. I want to let the beans hydrate, and then I'll put the spices in. But anyway, I should put some onion in too. What am I thinking? Look at that, I could add a little bit of this into it too. This is left over from this stuff that I bought for the picadillo con papas. So let's flavor these puppies up. So it stopped. The water has turned darker, which they do with pinto beans. So let's do this. Let's chop up the rest of this onion. I used a half an onion for that. So let's go ahead and start putting the onion in. They're not puffing up yet, but it won't be too long. So, okay. There we go. got to take the outer layer off of this side. I didn't do that yesterday. So anyway, going back to talking about the Montezes, so I would get to enjoy some of the meals, which is a taste treat because, you know, they were from Mexico. They were legally here. They went through the whole process and could speak English. And the difference between what they were and what a lot of the people that are coming over now is they wanted what America had to offer. But they respected that, and they didn't want to change that. But these people that are coming over now, they want America to change to accommodate them. And that's not right. That's just, I don't know where that mentality comes from, but it's not right. So, when I talk to you about the immigration situation, I'm basing my ideas off of the Montezes, off of what they did, and seeing that it's possible to be done the right way. Now, I understand that, you know, and you need to understand I'm speaking in generalities. There are some people who do not have a good family support base, and they've come over young, very young, and then just kind of thrown into everything, thrown into the raging river. And that's not right either. How are they supposed to know what needs to be done? So I understand that there are basically some people with extenuating circumstances. I understand that. But what I'm saying is the people who just come over here and start demanding, and then demand that why should they have to learn English? You need to learn Spanish to communicate with me. Oh, makes me mad. Anyway, that's all I have to say. But my time living next door to the Montezes. Oh, Conrad is gone. I've lost track of Paul. I kept up with him on Facebook for a long time, and then he just kind of disappeared, and I'm not sure what happened. And when Conrad, it kind of was around the same time, when Conrad passed away, I think that left a pretty big hole. And Monica, hold on a minute. I want to wash a lot of those seeds out because, like I said, the picadillo is kind of spicy. So I'm only going to put, I really shouldn't even put one in here. But I'm going to. Because the taste is so good. And I'll tell you what, I washed my hands 4 times last night, trying to get rid of the heat. And I touch my eyes last night, and I had to go wash them again. And I'll tell you something else. When I get done with this, I'm going to wash this counter off really good too. So you guys just be careful. Be very careful when you're... Oh, I need to turn that back up. Hold on a minute. Ah. Tell you what, that is one spicy jalapeno. Just breathing it. Woo! Mamma mia. Spicy meatball. That was an old commercial that used to play when I was younger. It used to crack me up. By the end of the commercial, I'd be howling. But that's it. That's the only thing I'm going to add in. Boy, I hope I got all that. What is that stuff called that makes it so hot and spicy? Oh, can't remember. But that's okay, because I'm old and nobody expects me to remember anything anyway. Get my trusty spoon out here and kind of stir it up. So I turned it back up to, after I put these in, I turned it back up to about 4.5. So anyway, I'll let it cook for a couple of hours, and then we'll make refried beans and have tortillas and all that good stuff for dinner. See you tomorrow, or maybe see you later. I'm waiting to see if AJ will make, I'm going to make pumpkin chocolate chip cookies for Thanksgiving, because that's what he wants. Maybe I'll make a pumpkin pie. I don't know. Because I think AB will, no, maybe, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and make a pumpkin pie. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video before I have to have pinto beans part 3. It's so easy to cook beans, people, kids, sweethearts, love of my heart. And they're tasty, they're cheap, and if you can even buy cornbread now already made, although getting a thing of Jiffy is really cheap and easy to make. So you don't need ham, you don't need meat, but if you've got some bacon, you can take, depending upon how many beans you're going to cook, you can take let's say 4 to 6 pieces of bacon, slice them up. You don't even have to cook them, just cut them up and dice them, you know, and put them in there, and they'll be there for flavor. And like I said, I use the bacon grease for flavor. And then the onion, and if you want, the jalapeno peppers. And you got a meal. See you later. Love you guys. Bye.